Los Angeles International Airport to pick up private clients again. Long day. Now, 2022 is just around the corner, my friends. It's in a few weeks' time. It's about 3 weeks' time. And I think we should look at 2022 as a year filled with a lot of great opportunities, right? You can decide whether you want to take on other gig jobs, whether you want to give up Uber or Lyft, or if you want to really up the game. But one thing is for sure, we have to fight harder. And when I say fight harder, there's nothing more powerful than the social media platforms. And as long as we can keep the story, the treatment that we're receiving from these companies, right? And talk about the issues of safety and pay. As long as we can keep that in the news. Peace, my brother. Appreciate you a lot. Hopefully 21 was Muhammad. Now Kevin's in the house, Yego's in the house. We have to fight harder, folks, in 2022. And the way we do that is by keeping the stories circulating more frequently, by working together, making sure you all have a Facebook account, making sure you all have a Twitter account, making sure you all have an Instagram account or a YouTube account, and circulate videos, retweet stories, because as long as we show the companies that we are putting relentless pressure on them, they will cave. As long as we force them to their knees, and one person alone cannot do it. But this channel has an army of extremely motivated and dedicated subscribers, right? I've gotten to know all of you, and I know there is such a fighting spirit. Now, if we can all, is where I'll lose you guys for a couple of seconds because we're going through the Malibu canyons. New Jersey's in the house. I welcome you all. We have 15 people in the house. We need to keep the stories in the media, in the social media, more aggressively in 2022, right? And really connect with the public. Make sure that a lot of people see our earnings, see our screenshots, read the stories, right? And if there are good stories to report, I'm the first one to report them. But at the moment, the trend seems to be all these horrific things happening in the media that they're talking about. Drivers getting hurt, drivers getting carjacked, drivers getting killed, drivers getting stabbed. And as we come across those stories, recirculate them, right? Because the public needs to hear from you, right? And the companies will notice it if we collectively step it up in 2022 and bring the fight to them. New York in the house, I welcome you. It's late over there. New York, you must be 11 p.m., right? How cold is it in New York? I heard you guys are having some super cold weather there. Trying to get past this car here. Nifty 50's in the house. Good to see you, man. Cool. Good to see you guys. A lot of people that I haven't seen for a while. So I'll be spending the next 40 minutes driving down to the airport from Calabasas over here. And I just would like to, call for your support in 2022, and that is Guys and girls, let's use those social media platforms. If you have not signed up for a Twitter account, go and do it tomorrow, right? 37 degrees, ouch, that's cold. That is cold. Right now it's about 60 here. So please set up your accounts, your social media accounts. If you find it challenging or difficult, go onto YouTube, find out how to set up these social media channels. It's very easy. You can do it with an email and a password. And make sure you write down DC gig workers in the house. Yeah, there's just too many shootings. Now those stories we need to recirculate, right? Uber and Lyft, DoorDash, all of these companies that are increasing their margins right now, which means upping the fees for riders, lowering the fees for drivers, upping the fees for restaurants, upping the fees for people ordering food, and just not paying the gig workers, right? They trying to create the biggest profit spread that they can at our, to our detriment, sadly. And believe me, the riders are not happy either. I've spoken to many riders. But we need to keep the stories in the media, on the social media platforms in 2022. That's got to be our goal. And we have so many people, man. We have so many soldiers, right? And we can do this. And I do feel like we need to go in and, come up with some really organized strikes and protests next year, especially around safety, especially around earnings, and make a difference in 2022. I mean, we pushed 2021, certain safety measures, and that's only because we really kept the stories in the media all the time. But they came out with a handful of new safety measures in the app just in the last few days. So they know these stories in the media are hurting them, right? They don't like being portrayed as the company that's having drivers shot or assaulted or carjacked daily, because that's what all these channels are reporting on daily. There's some story in some city reported by a TV station. Melbourne's in the house. Yes. Australia, welcome you. Cool. Diego, you hit the nail on the head there, my friend. No safety for drivers. They've made some feeble attempts, a couple of poor, sort of lukewarm attempts to try to please us that they are doing something about safety, but there's nothing really substantial out there that they've spent money on that can save lives, right? So find some new ways, some new technology angles. Sons of ridership in the house. Doing a quest in Pasadena. Cool, you're in Pasadena? I'm all over on the other side in Calabasas on my way to LAX. You're not good enough? No, you are good enough, dude. Still not good enough. You good enough. Their deals are not good enough. Exactly. Their promotions are not good enough. They need to step it up, because drivers, it takes quite a lot to lure a driver out these days, right? Got to make it attractive. I mean, Christmas is coming up. That's definitely not cheap. Got to buy all those presents, and Christmas is an expensive time, especially if you have children or if you intend to travel. So let's just see the road here. What's the picture on the road? There we go. Coming around the outside, coming around the outside. I don't know where the promotions are. Yeah, we got to get the Grinch. We got to get that Grinch. You saw that video with the Grinch. I got a guy riding right up my backside. Trying to tailgate me. Love those guys that come right up your ass. I usually hit the windscreen wipe and shoot the liquid. They're right on my back. So they try and push you. There's nothing I can do. I've got two cars in front of me. This guy's trying to push me from behind. Yeah, I wonder how many people they'll be laying off this year. That's what it said at Walmart. When I went on, they were available at $15, $14.98. And there were some on eBay for $60, and there were some on Amazon, I think, for about $45. They're probably selling out very, very quickly, right? But when I looked, it was still available, and there were $14.98. Now that video got 1,000 views in 3 hours, so I bet you a lot of people went out and bought, you know, because you're gonna make tips with that thing, man. It's funny, people will laugh, and you keep the people out your front seat. I mean, you don't want somebody sitting in your front passenger seat. No, thank you. So I thought it was a cool little gimmick to keep people out the front, have them sit in the back, and hopefully you can pick up a few little tips here and there. Beaverton, Oregon in the house. Welcome you, Jonathan. See you. The yellow cab. Someone's been. Diamond driver, still not worth it. Yeah, definitely more virus. So you don't want a guy next to you who's maybe coughing or sneezing. Sit them right in the back. And they should be wearing their masks. Stickers work well. I like the one sticker that says smile, you're on camera. Then I have no smoking in this vehicle. If there's no smoking in the vehicle, smile, you're on camera. And then I also have one, please wear your mask. Roman's in the house! So I'm just saying, man, we're an army, right? They don't have as many people as we do. And we have the numbers, and we should use those numbers. And I cannot think of any better way of putting pressure on them. Just anytime you're unsatisfied with your earnings, tweet it out. Show the public the percentage. Hey, Uber took 60%, I only got 40%, or Uber took 65, I got 35%. We gotta get the word out and make them look bad, because what they're doing is increasing rider rates and cutting back on driver pay. That's how they're making the margins. That's how they want to make their first profits, right? Now, certain cities in certain time slots guys are doing very well. There's still people out there making $2,000 a week. I mean, you're literally sleeping in your car and working around the clock. You don't have much of a life if you're making $2,500 to $3,000 on UberX platform. Square work. Ian's in the house. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I got all your screenshots. I went through it fairly quickly. I don't think you were unreasonable. I don't think you were unreasonable at all. It's just whether you honestly think the content is video worthy. You know, you have to really convince me that you're onto something, or you have very strong evidence on something for me to make a video, right? Because you got to sort of understand that I get about 200 to 300 messages a day. MB says, which state you make the money? I think, and I'm saying this carefully, I think most of the money is made in California, in ride. Yeah, they're racing tonight. I would, I mean, if you're looking at those stretch limousines, I'd be careful a little with 2008, 2009 model, unless it's an immaculate condition and has low miles, because that sounds like it's been chewed up. I don't know what the price is. What do they want to charge you? Is it like a stretch limo? When I say limo, I don't mean one of those stretch limos. I said you could be a limo driver, a private driver, right? Doesn't mean you have to go out and get a limousine. A Suburban is a great limo. How are you, buddy? I'll go through that, Ian. I'm driving. I'm trying to sort of look down. Scotty's in the house. I think it's really hard to make tips on the UberX platform. You have SUV or Lux. Sort of, I'm expecting to be tipped on those platforms. Yeah, that's too expensive, man. That's way too expensive. If you knew what I can buy for $10,000 at an auction, for $10,000 I can get a minivan at an auction with 100,000 miles. Can still put another 200,000 on that vehicle if you know how to buy at a dealer auction. But that's you paying way too much. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be very direct with you, because that's one thing I do understand, and that's buying and selling vehicles or leasing them out, making a lot of money doing that, and that's too much. And that one sounds like they want to offload it, because I mean that cost 20 and probably has a lot of mileage on that limo. Your friend is driving passengers on what platform? Privately? Be safe out there, Marco. Rachi Rodeo's in the house. How are you, Steve? It's getting dangerous, man. I honestly would not like to be driving or delivering in places like Chicago or certain areas of DC or Minneapolis. You know, that's not... It's just that I'm looking at the pure statistics, right? Awesome. Got any cool topics coming out, Steve? Hit him up, Rideshare Rodeo. You should come down to California and do one on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. Rideshare Rodeo on Rodeo Drive. Oh, cool. IDG. Oh, they're a union, right? The guys in London, that's who you should reach out to, Rideshare Rodeo, is to the AC Independent Drivers Guild, yeah. ADCU, I think it is. The guys in London that filed the big case in the Supreme Court against Uber and won. And Uber appealed it and lost 2 days ago. You should talk to those guys. They're hardcore. Nine-hour time difference. So we're at the intersection of 101 and 405 right now. It says there Santa Monica and then Sacramento north. We're going to be heading south here. So last night I worked until 1 a.m. in the morning. And then I had my first client at 4 a.m. I had 3 hours sleep, so I feel like a zombie. I apologize if I sound tired or a little lethargic. My brain's not working that fast, but boy oh boy, at very minimal sleep. Gonna do this last one. This one should end at about 10 p.m. and then I'm done. And then I have another one at 6 a.m. Yesterday was a brutal day, long day. I think yesterday I spent $130 on gas. So I mean, look at this, it's 8 o'clock at night and we're on the 405. The 405 never sleeps, always busy. one of the busiest highways in the United States. You got to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lanes. 6 lanes, no. 6 lanes, 7 lanes now. Got 46 people in the house. Please smash that like button, and very keen to hear some ideas how we can ramp up the pressure in 2022. Would like you guys to set up your social media accounts. If you don't have a Twitter, if you don't have a Facebook, if you don't have a YouTube, get it all set up. It's free. All you need is your email, write down your passwords, and keep the stories alive. Circulate the stories, put the pressure. If we can keep these stories in the media and on social media platforms, they will buckle, their knees will cave, they will fall down. Love you back, my friend. Appreciate you. Money. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you guys. You rock. I mean, 2021 is winding down. We have a great year ahead of us. We're gonna make it. We are gonna fire up the cylinders in 2022, my friends. Money-wise, everything. I have a good feeling about 2022. Oh, nice. I like those. Honda CVR 22. Very cool. Phillips in house. Sharing is caring. I like it. Just have a question, put it out there to your rideshare brothers and sisters or gig workers. Everyone supports everyone in this channel. That's the cool thing. Oh, you traded a 2018 Honda. How many miles did you put on that 2018 Honda Civic? Civics are great cars. Great cars. Yeah, you can, I know several people that do very well buying cars at the right price like I do, and then they put them on Turo or hire car. Thank you so much, Rideshare Rodeo, you're awesome. Watch Premiere Video IDG. Okay, cool. I'm just a little bit careful with the unions. Right, I'm a little bit careful with them. Some of them are in bed with Uber, or some of them have funded Uber. Obviously, they have agendas. So I would like to see that podcast. Definitely, no doubt about it. I'd like to see what they have in mind, because to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed with some of the, and I don't want to mention names, but with some of the unions or the guys that are recruiting drivers and say that they'll stand up for them. They didn't make much noise in 2021 at all, right? Rideshare Drivers United put on a couple of strikes and protests. They were probably the ones that fought the hardest. But a lot of the others didn't bring the energy, didn't bring the ideas, didn't bring the power, right? So they got to do a way better job in 2022. I mean, look at the guys in the UK. They've shown us the way. And it's just with relentless pressure and working together. Relentless pressure, working together. Relentless pressure and working together, then you win. Because if you stick together and you put the pressure on them, in the UK they have to raise the prices now by 20%. By 20%. in order for Uber to make it work. It means the drivers are getting way more better pay, way better conditions, still have the flexibility to drive when they want to. Right? Sort of like the best of both worlds, and we deserve that too, but we have to fight for it. We truly, truly have to fight for it. And circulate the stories, my friends, right? Keep the stories in the media, social media. 56 people in the house, love it. Did anybody watch the Gervonta Davis Cruz fight? It was a good fight. My good friend who's in the top 5 in the cruiserweight division, Thabiso Mshuna from South Africa, he came out and stayed with me. My kids met him. He has won fight now against Ilongo Makebe from I think from Congo, and the winner of that faces Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez wants to step up into that division. So my boy from South Africa has to win his fight against Makebe to face Canelo Alvarez. Big payday. Or it's going to be his biggest payday. The boys are training hard. I'll make a video about that. These are all the guys I grew up with in South Africa. Trainers and boxers. A lot of people are buying firearms in the rideshare business. And I'm not judging. However you feel about a handgun, that's how you feel. I accept it, I respect that. But I do understand like why a lot of people in certain cities are buying a gun, getting the training, and it's a concealed weapon. They put it in their glove box. Maybe if you get out and do a delivery, maybe you put it in your holster. Sort of one hand on the trigger, other hand on the food delivery bag. It's getting rough, man. And it's getting, these people are so brazen in what they get away with, what they think they can get away with. They do need protection. Well, look, there are several people that tell me that a dash cam or a camera does nothing. I completely disagree with that. Even just capturing something and being able to hand it over to the police, who then maybe find your car or catch carjackers or break a syndicate, maybe just because of your dash cam video, you've done the job. So a dash cam is a must. I'm obviously promoting my sponsor Display Ride, and the only reason is because they upload the footage into the cloud. But don't try and save there and tell me no, that doesn't work. You'll be grateful that you get a dash cam. I'm grateful that I put dash cams in all my cars, because I've captured some footage that has helped me tremendously. And come January 2022, I bring out the course from deactivated to reactivated. You guys are going to like that, because a lot of the law firms just send out a legal letter and don't really follow up with Uber, or don't hold Uber or Lyft accountable, and then the person doesn't get reactivated, right? It's sort of like in limbo. But the system that we put in place, 4 steps, and the 4th step is actually the letter goes out, one final second letter, and says you have 72 hours to activate this driver, otherwise you can expect a small claims filing with damages, and then we help the driver file the small claims for wrongful termination. So I know one thing for sure, Uber and Lyft, Dara Koshashawi and Logan Green, because of my involvement, because I'm on this team now with a couple of attorneys, and because I will be helping. I'm hiring 2 paralegals to do this, to get the paperwork ready for the drivers. You have a lot of small claims court filings coming your way. I'm going to file them and fire them over like arrows. They're just going to be coming. So when they realize that we're not messing around and we're filing lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit, they're going to think, okay, this is getting extremely expensive. We're better off looking at the evidence, and it could be false. Most of the time it's false evidence supplied by a rider, and they just deactivate the driver, right? But I tell you what, because of the sheer amount of small case claims, small claims suits we're going to be filing in 22 against Uber and Lyft, which cost them a lot of money to defend, right? They will think twice when they see our specific letter, very powerfully written, coming in. And once I show Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and other companies that we're all about business and we follow through and we file, you know, even if it's $1,000 damages, right? But we want immediate reinstatement. And if they will not listen, they get punished. So Uber, Lyft, all those other gig companies expect a lot of small claims being filed against you in 2022 via me, right? I will be coming after them. I have a whole system and a whole good group of people together, just like I have a great social media team here in LA that do phenomenal work. So if you pay people well and have small little effective teams, you can get a lot done. So our system is in place. You're getting a very hard letter. Evidence is going to be attached. Show them, tell them how much we're losing every day, every week. And if they don't immediately reinstate you, then they can face the small claims. And it's very, very easy to file a small claims. We will send out the proof of service electronically and by mail, and then we'll also make suggestions. You know, you could just get a third party in your city and file it at the hub. There's it, done. And then about 2 or 3 weeks later, they usually settle, or they'll reinstate you. And I have a lot of experience in that because it's just all about pressure. You can't just send out a letter and do nothing, no follow-up. You have to whip these guys. It's death by 1,000 cuts. Get a camera with camera recording. I want to read that one. I'm just driving right now. Let's see. I'm fairly close to the airport right now. Anybody know this part here? We're on Howard Hughes. Anybody in LA should know this. When you're on Howard Hughes, you know you're very, very close to the airport. And once Uber and Lyft see, or DoorDash see, that we're filing one after the other, whether it's a small claims from Vegas, a small claims from San Francisco, a small claims, we'll just file and file and file. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these cases. Now you think that's a lot of money, right? It adds up. Because it costs them at least a few $1,000s to defend it, because they have to pay the in-house paralegals, the attorneys, They have to write a response. They have to maybe show up or settle it. So you're just going to file. It's going to rain small claims lawsuits on them with my team. And I have legal people involved as well, so that the letter has some legal clout, right? And then we have a system in place. We have to beat them over their head in social media or tweet and attach Uber support, attach the evidence. Don't do anything, off it goes to small claims court. All day long, we'll be filing these. And also work with a really good legal bunch of people at Business Rocket. They have a lot of good paralegals there, so we're going to crank it up. It's going to cost this company a lot of money. I want to collect dollars. That's what I'm saying. In 2022, I want to see gig workers getting paid. I want to see drivers getting paid. You know, if they're screwing you over a few $100s, go off. We'll help you go after those few $100s. These guys will pay. I think the Starbucks is closed. Usually where on my left here you see a Starbucks sign where I have a little coffee or tea break, but it's closed. Yeah, I'm all for bringing Travis back. You get a lot of people say, oh, how can you, Travis was an arsehole. Travis was way better than a lot of the current CEOs. Because one thing he did is he wasn't shy to pay the drivers. He took fairly good care of his drivers. He really did. Definitely wasn't the best CEO, no doubt about it. Here's all the mafia boys. It's a little syndicate here of Armenians. They sit there. I'm not saying that all Armenians are mafia, but this specific little limo group is don't have the best reputation in LA, that's for sure. I'm gonna park here. Have you checked the ETA estimate on the platform? Sometimes the distance seems reduced from the real distance. Good, that's a good thing to look out for. Policia de Policia. Oh, long day. Long day. So guys, guys and girls, please promise me that you go out and set up your social media accounts. If you don't have a Twitter, please get a Twitter. If you haven't set up your YouTube channel, find out how to do it, set it up. If you have a regular Facebook, set up Facebook pages. And any idea when Lyft and Uber are going to start requiring riders to upload their ID? You know, that's a really good question, Lost One. They promised to do that in a handful of cities. Then they very loosely said, well, we're going to do it in multiple cities. Didn't really say which cities. No, this is something that they need to do yesterday in all cities, no excuses. The only reason why they're doing this is because a lot of slim shadies who are using gift cards or prepaid cards, they know they would never ever be allowed on the system unless, you know, they use those type of prepaid cards, no IDs, no photos, etc. They promised us this. And I don't want to swear right now, but if they don't effing do their job by early 2022, if they haven't shown us hardcore evidence that they're going to follow through with this verification and make the verification more difficult for riders, we're going to hammer them. I mean, this is one thing. I'll go after the jugular. I'm not going to let them go on this one because they promised that. This is something they owe to the drivers. We need to know, you know, what's your name? Do you have a photo? Do you have a face? Right? Have you been vetted? Now, I would love to see a background check. They'll never run a background check on a rider, but they have made specific promises several times. They have not followed through. There's no evidence that they've done this yet, but they have promised us that they would start vetting the riders and real pictures, real names, and none of this prepaid card BS. You finished 6 months ago and you found another job now, but you're not enjoying it. Well, I want to see you in a job that you're enjoying. That's the main thing. Lorenzo Davis, good evening. Where are you tonight? I'm just outside of LAX. I'm going to go for another maybe 5 minutes on the live stream. And then, I mean, if you listen to that, that's a plane. Planes sort of come in. There's a poverty here. 49 people in the house, 41 likes. Please smash that like button. Thank you very much. And obviously another way we can ramp it up in 2022 is if you are on one platform, get on 2 platforms. If you're on 2 platforms, also make sure that you go and get your private chauffeur license, your limo license. Oh, you by In-N-Out, Lorenzo? Wow, you just down the road. Are you in In-N-Out, or are you in the line, or where are you? Last one says it's paramount to driver safety. It adds accountability and consequences for the riders. Thank you. Thank you, and thank you again for saying that. Last one. Great contributions tonight. I appreciate you. You nailed it. I could not have said it better. Thanks for those words. Paramount to driver safety. It adds accountability and consequences for the riders. Brilliant. Are you doing a Cadillac run? Awesome. Are you picking up a private client? Are you picking up food for them? Or are you just waiting and killing time? I am just so freaking exhausted. I went till 1 a.m. this morning, 3 hours of sleep, my alarm goes, and then 4 a.m. I was on the road again, until now. Now it's 8:30, so it'll be a long day. So, the target, friends, the target, you practice on a target practice shooting. We gotta make sure we step it up in 2022. That's all I can say. We've got to step it up big time. Big time. I'm gonna have myself one of these sour mints. See that? That's a plane, sort of very close to the airport. Going on. Fernando Avina's in the house. Hey, look who's here. He's on a live, baby. What? 1 second. Legend.
Hey, what's up?
1 second, 1 second. What's up, my friend?
Lorenzo Davis, sir.
Lorenzo Davis in the house. Love you, brother. How are you? Are you working? Are you picking people up right now? You're just gonna chill?
Come over here and say hello to you.
Oh, you were over in and out like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah,
How wonderful.
around the corner.
Really?
That's how I'm gonna pick up a client at Dope.
Cool. Be safe, my friend.
I have to get
Thank you.
inside with one day.
I will. Come around. How kind. Love the guy. He's awesome. He is such a nice guy. Lorenzo Davis, live on film. See? You sit here, they come. Shout out to Lorenzo Davis. He was in his Cadillac. He had a nice Cadillac, shiny. And he is picking up clients. He was at In and Out. Aldo. Lorenzo Davis live in my feed. Finally, I get to see Lorenzo Davis. I meet a lot of people. Thank you, Fernando. Hope you guys have an awesome Christmas season. Celebrate it with your fam. It's gonna get fun. Did you guys put your lights up, your Christmas tree up? Don Whitmer. Cool, man. Got the lights going here. And we just had Lorenzo Davis pass by. He's a wonderful character. Like him a lot. Thank you, Heavy Metal Vegan. I appreciate you guys, man. Without you, this channel would not be. And the one thing, we're not shy. Yeah, get an XL for 2022. Great. I like your intentions. Set your intentions high. I love it. See? Gonna get an XL in 2022. That's awesome, Don. That car there right in front of us right now, that's a money maker. That is a money maker. See that car there? Suburban. That's not the new shape. That's the 2020 shape. 2019 shape. That car behind it there, little Mercedes, not bad. Alrighty. So shout out to Lorenzo Davis. I love it that he came by. That's so cool of him. There's another money maker going right there. It's a big Cadillac. Rideshare Rodeo, thank you for dropping by. Thank you, Steve. I'm excited to see everybody tune in. He's gonna have doing a podcast with the IDG, the Drivers Guild. Should be exciting. Any recommendations on XL car? You know, I mean, honestly, XLs that are great. Client landed, so I need to roll very, very soon. Honestly, the minivans are great. The Sienna's great. Odyssey is great. Some of the Toyota hybrids are great, but if you can get something that qualifies for XL and SUV, then we're talking money. You know what? I'm gonna drive into the airport. Why not? I'm gonna switch it off. I'm gonna switch it off as. Where is this guy? I think an American. Toyota Highlander hybrids. Good one. Good one. Great car. Insurance chops and changes. You really have to shop around. I mean, there's about 8 or 9 of them in the game. No, I agree. The rideshare business, private clients, combination of rideshare and doing private clients is great. Chicago's in the house. Stay safe in Chicago, Kevin. Please stay safe in Chicago. We care about you. It really just upsets me when I get like disturbing news out of Chicago or I'm enjoying my new iPhone 13 Pro Max. Really love the clarity of this. Slick Nick is in the house. Hey, Slick Nick, I'm at the same place. I bought you a coffee and some food last time, remember? But I'm heading into the airport right now because my clients. Larry Elliott's in the house. All these wonderful people showing up. All the late night owls. David Sink's in the house. Toyota Highlander XL. Bad part about it though is lack of room for luggage. Really? So it lacks room for luggage? They look damn big. I haven't driven one, so I wouldn't know. I just love the look of it, and it looks like a big vehicle. I didn't realize it can't take much luggage. That's where this sucker comes in handy. This, see what I do here that people don't like. I'll show you my little trick here. Ooh, I'm going to show you a nice trick now. Guys, here's the secret. The secret how to get into LAX. Very, very, very few people know about this. Very few people know about this. This is how to get into LAX and save yourself a lot of time. Robert's in the house. Woo. I don't think I have to take, I don't have to, it's not that busy. But I will show I am going to show you the secret passage. Anybody in LA, watch my trick. Okay, it's easy. I would have easily gotten into it, but I'm going to show you, if it's packed here, it's jam-packed, then I have a great solution. Here's where the police station is, just outside of LAX. On my left there, that's where the police station is. And then here's the secret. Here is the secret. Nobody knows about this little route here. No traffic here, you guys agree? Here's the control gates to get onto the airport for the police. Orlando, Florida in the house. Yeah, right next to the runway. This is the street for cops and for fire engines. So you cut all of that off and you come out right here where the traffic is. Boom! You're in the mix. You're in the mix. Rivals. Now we're at Rivals downstairs. Is it busy? Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. I can bet these look like two Cadillacs right in front of me. Here's a TCP. There's two TCPs. See that? Left and right. Money makers. Private clients. See that? This one here. And that one over there. There's two Cadillacs. Both TCP. Transport Charter Permit. Gotta just figure out where my client, I think he's at American Airlines. That would be Terminal 4. Those two cars right there. Both picking up private clients. Oh, yeah. We're at Arrival, so they're picking up. Oh, it's a crap show tonight. Oof. Busy, busy, busy. Look at that. Oh, hey Nick, call Alex up. He knows a way around that, where you can make your application and you don't have your commercial insurance in place yet. He knows how to do that. He does all the paperwork. Call Alex at Business Rocket and you can tell him Torsten told you to call him. Both these cars here in front of me, both these, the Suburban and this one, private. This idiot on my right's trying to push me over. You'll get a slap, boy. Be careful, you get a slap. I'm very trigger happy. Ooh, it's busy tonight, guys. Cows and girls, it's busy. Well, not crazy busy, but it's busy. Nice picture, man. Loving my new iPhone. Greetings! Good to see you, buddy. Greetings and salutations. I am gonna hang out here with these guys because I have a feeling give the Jeep enough space to move out. Colorado in front of me. And I am gonna have to call it a day here because I'm literally 3 minutes away and my client comes out quickly because he has all these pre-check, blah, blah, blah. He's all these clearances. So I'll be heading over to Westlake Village after this, which is a good hour away. And I'll be back tomorrow. I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone. I appreciate you. At the airport, about to pick up a client. And a lot of great feedback tonight. Thank you, David. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, AGB. Thank you, Terry. You guys be safe. Please be safe out there. Ryan, Addy, always love having you in the streams. Thank you. Heavy Metal, thank you. Pal, thank you. Good night, everyone. I appreciate you. Much love from me and my family to your family. I care about you. Maybe the companies don't care about you. I care about you. And I really appreciate nothing but gratitude that you are part of my channel and that you help me. We're almost at the 50,000. Yeah, there's some people with 100,000 subscribers. The very few people with 50,000, right? Majority have 500 to 1,500, maximum 2,000 subscribers. So we got the soldiers, we got the army, and we're gonna march in 2022, right? We're gonna use social media in a more coordinated fashion to apply pressure. But I need all of you on board. So everybody get your social media accounts ready. And this looks like DJs here because we've got all music equipment. All right, Nick. I'm switching over here. Switch it around. These guys look like musicians. They got all their gear in front of us here. All right, my friends. Be well, be safe. And I'll be back tomorrow with more videos. Good night, everyone. East Coast, West Coast, wherever you are in the South, overseas. We had a couple of people from Melbourne, Australia. Wherever you are on the map, please be safe. Have a good one. Good night, everyone.